Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? This is Abhijit here, and welcome to DevOps Challenger. So let's start with today's interview question. So today we are going to cover ECS. We are going to cover a couple of interesting questions. ECS service and how do they ensure high availability? And then we discuss about cloud map. So the first question is, what are ECS services and how do they ensure high availability? So before I go to this question, I will quickly show you one demo so that you get an understanding. So let's go to the demo section first. I'm not going to run it, but I've already created the infrastructure. Yes. So what we're building here, we'll be building a Flask app using ECS Forget. We'll attach application load balancer and Forget and Docker image will be kept in the ECR, and we'll be using CloudWatch for login. Okay. And we have AWS CLI configured, Docker is installed, AWS account with admin level permission is available. So first thing is we are creating a simple Flask app. So it's just a small Python app and it shows greeting message when you visit the website. And it has also special health check page so that AWS can check if it is working. So there is a health check page also is there. And this app will be converted to Docker container and deployed later. So this is the simple Python Flask app. So if you hit that website or root slash, then it will return hello from whatever IP address, etc. Get host name. And if you would hit the health, it will return some value so that AWS knows that it's working and it's in working condition. After that, we'll Dockerize this app. So we have created a Docker file, and we had mentioned like from Python this 3.9 work directory this app.py will copy and install pip install Flask, expose port 80, and how to run this app Python app py. This is a simple Docker file, and then we are going to build this Docker. And after that, we are going to create a repo in ECR. Okay, we are going to create a repo in Elastic Container Registry. And once we create the repo, we are going to push this image. So before that, we need to get the account info, account ID region, and then create this repo, then build tag and push the image. So we have a simple Python app, Flask app, and it has a two endpoints. One is like a slash, that is the root. It will say hello, and then health check for health check slash health. We created a Docker image, push it to the ECR repo. And then we are going to create a cluster. To create a cluster, cluster is an environment where your container runs. It's like a container playground where your app will be running. So for cluster, once we create the cluster, we have to create task execution rule because it needs a permission to pull the ECR. So your ECS cluster needs permission to pull image from the ECR or also to write logs into CloudWatch. So required permissions have to be given. So you have to create task execution rule. This is task execution rule. So I have to create some task policy, etc., and then attach that policy, create the role and attach the policy, and you will get that role ARN. And then you have to get the network details, VPC subnet security group. And once you get the VPC subnet security group, uh, then for that ECS task, you need to create a load then you have to create security group so that you have to keep the port number open, etc. And then you set up the application load balancer. So it will be creating ALB and node.dsnl will create a target group. So this load like from outside traffic will come. So this load balancer will be listening to port number 80. Once outside traffic comes, it will hit the load balancer. Load balancer will send the traffic to target group. Target group is your backend where ECS is running, right? So that is your target group. So we are creating the LB application load balancer. Load balancer, we are specifying on the subnet, security group, etc. And then we are creating the target group. Target group, we are specifying protocol, port number, VPC ID, right? Health, all these things. Then add listener to LB. We are adding the listener to the application load balancer. Then we are creating the ECS task definition, like which Docker image to use, or what SQL memory it means, where logs go, which port app runs. So this is the task definition file. We are using forget, what is the system memory, what is the execution role, image, what image we are using, that image, whatever we have post, container. And then we create CloudWatch log group. Then we register this task definition. So once we register with ECS, ECS knows that it has to run this container. And then we create ECS service. ECS service is actual thing that runs and maintains your application. It tells you want two copies for high availability. So want two copies for high availability. Forget launch type. Use subnet and security groups you set up and connect to LB and target. And ECS then launches your app task on forget. So then we create a service. This is like doing from the command line AWS CLI. And then we can verify that and test. Verify if this app is working. So here we have service. Yes, service is running. And we also have the task. Task is also running. This is cluster. This is the like service. If I go to task, there are two tasks running. There are two tasks running. Okay. And if I go to service and class service, I can see the service details. Deployment, logs. So all these details we can see: deployment ID, events, task. Okay, so here we have service and task. So now we can kill one service and we can will be able to see that automatically again it will be started, because in the service we said minimum 2 should be running because we wanted to maintain high availability, right? If one is down, again it should be another one should be started up, so 2 count will be there. So we can stop selected, and then we can see that another one will be started, like deactivity. After some time, it will be started. Okay. And let's see. So verify if your ECS is running properly. You check if task and healthy app is running, and then we can test the high availability. We can kill the task or stop the task, manually stop on task, and then we can see whether it's running or not. Okay. So this is what we did. So what we did, high level quickly, we created a simple Flask app. We created a Docker image, push it to ECR. And then we created some role or permission given. We created security group, etc., to open the port. We created task definition. We created a also cluster, registered the task definition. Basically, once you register, task will be running. Then, we created service, and service we have connected to the LB, load balancer. And service we have mentioned we want to run two tasks. So these are all these things we did. So this is what it is. Now let's go to the question. So now I think it will clear. So what are ECS service and how do they ensure high availability? So ECS service is like a monitor for your containerized application. It keeps your app running all the time, manage failures, and handles updates smoothly. So what it does, if you want 3 copies of your app running, ECS service makes sure that exactly 3 are running. If one crashes, ECS automatically replaces it. So it maintains high availability, handles traffic via load balancer. ECS service can connect to application load balancer or network load balancer. It spreads incoming traffic across all healthy containers. Maybe one container is very busy, not able to handle load. So another it will see load balancer will see, okay, this guy is busy. I will transfer this load to another container. Apart from loading update. When updating your app, ECS replaces old tasks one by one with new one. So this avoids downtime. One by one, it will replace when you are pushing the update. So there are the advantages. Task running maintains task running. If something crashes, it will start it again. It will handle the load and then loading update. So there are the three things ECS does, and that's how it maintains high availability. So how it maintains high availability? Because of these three things. Keep task running, handle traffic via load balancer. It spreads incoming traffic across all healthy containers. And third one is it performs loading updates. So this avoids downtime. And also it deploys when ECS service makes your application resilient and fault tolerant by deploying at multi-agent deployment. Multiple different availability zones. Like if you see that subnet ID, there are different subnet IDs we are using. Here, there will be like different subnet IDs we are using when we are creating a service here. Somewhere down here, trust policy, subnet, load balance, create a AD, target group, two public subnet. Yes. So where is it for high availability? Where is it? Two public subnet, right? So where is it? Two public subnet, subnet one and subnet two. So two public subnet we are using. Okay. And so this is how it does, and automatic health check will be there. ECS and load balancer both check if your containers are healthy. It will constantly check whether endpoint is working or not, and auto scaling. ECS can add more tasks when traffic increases and remove them when it decreases, saving cost. So ECS can do that also. Let's say we are running an e-commerce site using ECS or EC2. So task is to ensure site is available across all pages. So action is to deploy three tasks of web apps across three different availability zones, connected them to application load balancer, and enable health check. So deploy three web tasks of web app across three different availability zones and connect them to the ALB and enable health check. Result will be if one AZ has some outage, if one AZ has outage, it says launch a replacement in a healthy zone and traffic continues without downtime. Next question is how do you handle service discovery in ECS? What is AWS Cloud Lab? So first we'll understand what is service discovery. Let's say you want to order food. So you call reception. You may not know the like where is the restaurant. So you say where is the restaurant, you call reception. So reception is like a service discovery. You ask reception where is the travel desk. So reception is a service discovery. And tomorrow travel desk shifted to from first floor to second floor. So you don't need to bother. You just call reception where is the service travel desk. They will point you. So background backend changes that floor changes. It will update. So similarly, when there are multiple services, one service giving you gate address, let's say gate phone number, you have a service, and its IP address changes because the container comes goes up get crashed and new container comes up. So IP address keeps changing. But in the cloud map, it will update. It's like a phone directory, it will update. That for gate order or gate food or gate address, this IP address or whatever that phone number analogy, hostel like hotel phone number is changed. It's moved to some other location. It's moved to some other IP address, right? So that will be handled by this cloud map. So it's like a phone directory. You just say that I want this service. So how ECS handles service discovery? There are two ways. One is a DNS-based service discovery. Other one is a load balancer. So DNS-based service discovery uses Cloud Map to automatically assign DNS name to your container. It will give you some name, my app.local, my order.local, something like that, my service.local. And using load balancer also you can do. Once you assign load balancer, you will get a load balancer DNS, and using that you can send the request using load balancer URL. So two ways: DNS-based service discovery, Cloud Map, or load balancer. So what is Cloud Map? Cloud Map, it registers your service using DNS name, keep track of IP address or endpoint belong to those service, keeps this list updated dynamically as the tasks come and go. Tasks will come and go, ECS will handle. Dynamically, it will be updated. So your service is order.mycompany.local or user.mycompany.local. So Cloud Map will handle the name to the IP address. Automatically, it will map. Now let's say you have a two ECS service, front end and back end. Front end needs to talk to back end. So in front end, you will just simply say that talk to this backend.local/API data. So you just call this and you will get the details. IP address may keep on changing. So, but you don't need to bother because you are calling this. And this mapping is there in the cloud map. So this name but to your IP address, name to IP, DNS mapping is there in the cloud map. So ECS plus cloud map handles everything behind scenes. Tracks task IP, update DNS record, routes traffic correctly. Okay. So when to use cloud map in ECS? When you are using ECS with Fargate or EC2 and want services to discover each other dynamically when you want services to discover each other and you are not using load balancer, you want more flexibility. Or you need to register custom names or health checkpoint points. You can go for cloud map. So service discovery is a mechanism for services to find each other automatically. Cloud map is AWS service that manages name and location of your service. Like for your hotel reception, like mapping is there, like where is the desk, where is kitchen, where is the restaurant. Even if the floor changes, even if it moves to some other location, uh, it will handle. Why it matters? No need to hard code IPs, services scale, fail, and recover easily. How ECS uses it? ECS can register service in Cloud Map so other service can find it via DNS. Now let's go to the quiz section. You can pause the video and you can try to answer yourself. Uh, so let's start the quiz. Yeah. So what is the primary role of an ECS service in AWS? To store container image, manage the database configuration, to ensure that a specified number of tasks are always running. The primary role of ECS is to ensure that a specified number of tasks are always running. C. That is the primary role of ECS service to ensure that a specified number of tasks are always running. How does an ECS service respond when a task crashes? It waits for the user to restart, it replaces filters automatically, deletes all our tasks, it sends termination signal. So it replaces filters automatically. Answer is B. How does ECS distributes incoming traffic across container? IAM role storing it in S3 using load balancer like LB or NLB. So answer is C, by using load balancer like LEB or NLB. What is the rolling update in ECS service? All container updated ones removed, all tasks before launching new one gradually replaces old tasks with new ones to avoid downtime. Answer is C. Which of the following contributes to high availability in ECS? Select all that apply. Multi-agent cloud is more healthy auto scaling. So multi-agent deployment, multiple availability zone, health check is also important for high availability and auto scaling. B is not the answer. Platform distribution, not the one. AC. So A, C, and D are the answer. What is the purpose of service discovery? Like Docker image, containers, find and communicate with them, and those backup. The answer is B. To help container find and communicate with each other. What is AWS Cloud Map? A visual map of the cloud planning tool, service that maps service names to IP dynamically. So Cloud Map is the service that service that maps service names to IP address dynamically. How does the DNS-based service discovery work in ECS with Cloud9? Cloud9 with JSON name that resolves to task current IP. So answer is B. What happens if a container IP changes in ECS with Cloud9? Cloud9 automatically updates the DNS mapping. The answer is C. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on my LinkedIn page, DevOps Challenger, and follow follow my WhatsApp channel. I post updates regularly. Thank you for watching this video, and see you again in the next video.